It's really warm. This probably looks really silly. Let me just show you why. Don't let kids borrow things. Look. It's been weeks since I've been able to get out for a camp and various things have been going on. According to the temperature sensor of the car, it is 33 degrees here. Feels it, at least that, and then some. There is the tiniest of breezes going on. I'll just show you the weather. Stunning as always in Wales. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So, I'm going to try have a little bit of a walk around the fairy ring stand. I could go back where I was last time underneath those big trees, but I actually fancy being tucked away. I'm really hoping that the water source is still flowing. I think it's an underground spring, so it should be okay. But I don't know. Now, I've got 3 litres of water in the car, but I don't really want to lug it if I don't have to, so I'm going to wing it and risk it. I'm going to take a walk over there, and if it's not running, I'll have to come back to the car and get the water. That's fine. It's a risk, but would be good. Right, let's gear up. Well, I can tell you this. It's really warm. Okie dokie. Dear God, that was difficult. That was exhausting. This probably looks really silly, and right now I don't care. That was probably only, I don't know, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Go away, flies. But the first half is very steep for me, and then the second half is just full of long grass and brambles and whatever the other things were that were up to my chest. Half the path is unpassable now. I have to make a few detours. Why is it? What if you're looking for something? It's always in the bottom pouch. Even though you thought you'd sorted it out. So, gadget in the front pouch. Sensible. Tablet-y, burny, matte things right at the bottom of my bag. Wow, at the front pouch of my bag. Oh well. Right. Don't need sunglasses under here. Oh, it is significantly cooler under here. And still very warm. But the shade is great. I can see now. Oh yeah, that looks ridiculous, doesn't it? Let's change that. 1 second. There we go. Back down on the t-shirt as per normal. Okay. Couple of those. I've only bought 2 sets, but I think they say they last about 4 hours each. Should be more than enough for today. I do have some more tomorrow, more at home. Okay, so take those into the slots. There we go. Nice. Okay, Flextail, if you're watching, which you won't be, I know, make a little cut tab on these so you can actually open them without making a mess. I'll clear that up in a second. And then, oh here, double click, that's the short range, and that's the long range. We'll have long range. That'll take a couple of minutes to warm up to temperature. Hopefully start getting rid of the bugs. I'll hang that up somewhere in a minute, but for now we'll just stand it. There we are. First of the new things. I'm back. If I spin you around. Off you go, bugs. So I had a front pouch, chest pouch that I was using for my camera gear. It's basically what I'm doing here. We didn't see that. But it was too heavy. So I picked up one of these. And basically these 2 carabiners clip to your rings on your bag. And then down here, some elastic with a hook. Just hooks around any of the back straps. And it actually pulls really tight against your body. Not really tight, nice and tight against your body. It's a really good size. I've got all of my essential camera gear in there and some odds and sods. Didn't move at all on that journey up. It's even got a nice little pouch at the back, look, for stuffing snacks in or whatever. Really comfortable, really happy with that. If you saw my last video, you've seen the DJI Neo. And we'll probably give that a spin later on. Right. I think what I'm going to do is sit and relax for a bit. Cool off for a bit. So I really did try and pack light. Or at least I thought I had. I didn't weigh a bag this morning. It's probably about 11, maybe 12 kilos. Maybe not, no, between 10 and 11 I think. Which is fine, perfectly fine. I've been lighter though. I'm not quite sure why I've got so much weight on. See if we can find out. What did I pack? Do you like this bag though? Okay, fair enough. I've got the Kindle Fire tablet or whatever. I don't necessarily need to bring that. Well, that's got books on. It keeps me entertained. But it probably weighs quite a bit. Yeah. Tent. Some pegs. Actual tent. That's the next item. Seats. Now, I don't know how much that weighs. Kilo and a half maybe. If I was going for weight reduction, I wouldn't take this. But I'm not. I like to be lightweight because I'm walking a little bit. But I've also got to be comfortable. Otherwise, there's no point. So, that's what we got. And then we got the normals. So, normal stuff in there. I did bring the little folding table and the windshield. Don't think I used the windshield, but the table, yes. It's on that side. First aid kit, spare t-shirt on that side, and in the front I had my pouch with the coffees and teas and stuff in, my dinner and breakfast maybe, which is something completely different, and you'll see that shortly, and my cake set, and my DJI, and a fan. Definitely needed a fan, so I brought one. That'll be a game changer for tonight, I think. It really should be. Okay. Think I've got to go and see if the stream's flowing. Otherwise I've got to go back to the car. I'll call it a stream. Spring. I think it's a spring. Well, let's go look. Right. Let's see if we can get down to the water source now. Easier said than done with all this tall stuff. I don't like having bracken to go through. Bracken is a tourist place for ticks to hide. So we are absolutely going to be thinking about ticks today, later on at least. Okay, it's lovely weather. So I just looked over to what's called the Epint. It looked like it was on fire. I don't know if your camera will be able to see it. Maybe, maybe not. I might be able to zoom in on post. But that's not fire. I think they're doing a rally of some sort over there today. And it's the dust being kicked up, making it look like a fire, I believe. Oh. Okay. So, And where I really wanted to go is blocked. I think we're going to have to go a bit further down. I'm also not hearing water. Which I believe I could do last time. Could be wrong. Oh. Okay, I can get through there. Oh, I hate long grass. It just makes everything more complicated, more time consuming. Definitely more energy sapping. Okay. Now then. I can just hear some water. I can't see it. There it is. Just in. Okay. Let's see if I can clear enough of space. It is there, and it is flowing. But I think it should be just enough for me get in there and fill up. I hope. There we go. Yeah, it's a little bit of colour. That'll be alright. And then when it's filtered, lovely and clear. This is taking forever, but just to show you how good this filter is, look at the state of that. Perfectly clear. Right, well, I've got about 1.5 litres of water filters. Should be enough for today, I hope. Although I've got dehydrated food, so we'll see. If not, I'll have to go and collect some more, but that was a total pain. Getting there was a pain because of all the tall bracken and grasses. And there's not a lot of water flowing through it. I'm really glad there was some water. That was great, but there ain't a lot. Enough to filter, but it took quite a while. I do also have a bottle of Lucozade Sport, which I brought with me, which I'm really glad I did, because I wasn't entirely sure I was going to have any water up here at all. So that's good. That should keep me going. Need to get the tent sorted. Need to get my chair up. Need to do so many things. Right. First off, tent. Okay, I should have enough room for the tent. Shouldn't be an issue. Down there. Should be fine. Okay, so you can see using the Fox 2 again, and this time because it's so warm and having checked the weather forecast, there was no chance of rain. What I'm going to do is actually pop the fly off. No, it's only attached. It's only tied on here. You can see that? It's only tied on to the inner on some loops, so I'm going to pop those off firstly. And if you're going to do this, there's also a couple of buckles in the corner you need to remember to unclip too. Okay. So firstly, let's see how flat we are. Not too horrendous. Bit of a slant. I think I said that last time. Oh well. So Fox 2, I don't have a massive amount of mesh, but it does have quite a bit. And I can have both doors open if I wanted to, keep a bit of airflow through. Certainly it's going to be better without the fly on. Let's get it staked in, get some poles in, see how we look. Definitely an angle there, but that's all right. Good God. Right. Let me just show you why. Don't let kids borrow things. Okay. Gonna have to have a good shake. There we are, done. Temperature is just, it's just draining. 30 degrees now. So it is slightly less than it was, but by just a small amount. That it's still just bloody hot. I will say, it's making me a little dizzy. So we'll get the chair up and have a bit of a sit. So the other thing that my daughter borrowed was my chair, which has been bent. That's now yeah, that's probably on its last legs now. Awesome. And also I had the big splayed feet for soft ground. Those have been lost. I really hope that this doesn't fall apart on me. It does feel all a bit bent out of shape, if I'm honest. There we go, we might as well put it on camera. Let's see if it all collapses when I sit on it, eh? Let's hope not. Okay. Luckily not. The heat's just not dissipating very well. It's just sticking around. So I don't think it makes much of a difference, to be honest. Okay. I am trying to find flat bits to put the camera on. It's really not that hard, not that difficult, because it's quite lumpy and bumpy around here. Obviously I've got all the tree roots and stuff. Okay. But it is just about the flattest piece of ground for quite a distance. Ooh. Had a notification a little while ago that my one of my Temu orders at least has turned up, and that's a hammock. Now I did order a hammock last year and I never tried it, but this one's got, that was just a hammock. This one's a bigger one, it's double sized, whatever that means. 2-person, they never are, same as tents. But it also has an integrated bug net, which you really need around here. So that's turned up about an hour and a half after I've left the house, obviously. Now there is enough room to put a hammock up in here. Might be quite nice. I don't think I can get a hammock up in the other spot, unless I go down deeper into the trees, maybe, but probably not. But I've never done hammock camping, and I think it might be nice. I think I might do that next time if the weather's still like this.